need one more. I just need one more. Hey, I just need one more. 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 You know, pick up where I said, okay. Like the blunt, my nigga. Pass his beat to the left so I could press. Total my hits like I done wrecked. Who is next? Niggas is sleep like pillow pets. Getting foreign head from a bad bitch from Budapest. Call your bet. Cause I'm just trying to get a quick check. Then rest with my face in between. Nice camera. It's all about that action. Y'all know it's going up. It's going down. It's your boy, Son of the Waves. This is What's the Wave. Welcome to episode 52. Oh my goodness, we have a great show planned for you. I have a wonderful guest here in studio today, Miss Kiere of Nacari's Fashion House. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so glad to have you in studio. We've been always showing love on the socials, definitely for a while now. Ran into her, got definitely some mutual friends, mutual contacts. So it was about time we just brought you on. I've been seeing you doing your thing. You know, we just talking about trap art, seeing you there. You had your models doing your thing, killed the runway. That was major. You had your little mall spot, definitely a vendor spot in the mall. We'll definitely get into that later. But we got a great show talking about some current events that we got to get into. But before you do that, of course, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell your auntie this is her favorite podcast. Go ahead and tell your mama as well, because I know she's going to want to watch. But let's just get into it. It's a wonderful, beautiful Sunday. How you doing on this Sunday overall?
I'm doing good.
That's
it's a beautiful day.
Yes, I'm about to say it's pretty nice outside. Like I said, maybe to go get some pictures afterward. Talk about utilize this sunlight, all that good stuff. Black Joy Parade is today as well. Little stuff like that. Heard some good basketball games, but we're gonna skip over the sports today, so no need to worry about that. But let's get into the show for sure. Let's talk about the panoramic that we're still fucking in. It seems like it's never ending. Ain't gonna stop anytime soon. You, Kiere, how have you been dealing over the last 2 years now? In the pandemic, just being a brand owner, so the business side of it, and personally, how have you been kind of handling through this whole situation?
So I launched Nacari Fashion House mid-pandemic.
Yeah.
No, actually not mid, beginning pandemic.
Okay.
So
like right at 2020, the start.
Yeah, 2020.
Wow.
November 2020 is when Nacari Fashion House started.
Nice, congrats, props up to that, claps up to that for sure.
So I definitely I went through it all. Not knowing what to do, the uncertainty, the obviously knowing the whole world is short finances, but still launching a business. Like, what was I thinking? Hello.
Right.
But I did it. And it was actually the best thing. As weird as this may sound, the pandemic actually worked out in my favor.
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of the brands I've had on the podcast popped up. I popped up during the pandemic. Like, what's the wave? I just made 1 year in, so it's crazy.
It worked out in my favor because I was working at Sutter Medical Foundation prior to that, and so it was like, when they were not necessarily laying people off, but it was pandemic. They were cutting hours. It was hard, especially because I had just started at Sutter, so they were like, "Yeah, sorry, girl, we
ain't worried about you."
We ain't worried about you. It wasn't even a year I was there, so I was like fresh.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I have these talents that I had because I have had businesses prior to Nacari Fashion House.
Okay.
So it's like I have these talents. Let's utilize them. I know they're profitable. And fashion has always been my passion in the first place. Right. So it's kind of like, let's try this and see where this can take me.
Got you. Okay, that's what's up. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear something positive came out such a crazy time that we're still kind of at the tail end of. The mask mandate just got kind of lifted in Solano County, kind of in the Bay Area. Certain places starting to open up a little bit, be a little bit more open, but people still pushing that vaccine card hard and this little stuff like that. But super glad to hear another success came out of a crazy time. So, but we still here. Personally, how was it? Business wise, that sounded like it's good. Personally, was everything good as far fam, friends, everybody stayed safe. As far as
by the grace of God, I have still been COVID free.
Nice.
So I'm just as my family as far as I know everyone has been COVID free.
Nice. That's a blessing.
So yes, it is a blessing.
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing. So I'm just trying to dodge that bullet.
Right.
Stay low.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay prayed up. Stay protected up.
Facts.
Stay, everybody maintain your space, maintain your peace. And as we transition to the next topic, speaking of peace, I don't know why we can't have peace because it's been a fucking war lately. Everybody, unfortunately, this socials, us millennials and stuff like that, we make light of everything, and Twitter likes to joke about everything.
Right.
But we are in a kind of a crazy, even more crazy time. That's just fucking, if not a natural disaster, now we got actual wars breaking out.
Right.
So I just kind of just wanted to get your thoughts overall. Have you been following any news about that or about this Russia-Ukraine? We know Putin is a crazy dictator,
Right.
Ukraine, and I think it's mainly resources type battle. But how have you been following it, and have you been up to date on it?
So I've been reading a couple news articles here and there, but if I'm gonna be so honest with you, when it comes to like news and stuff like that, like, yeah, I'll read up on it, but I try not to feed so much energy into it.
I feel that for sure.
Yeah, just because I just
it's a lot of negativity.
Yeah, it's just
a lot
too
of negativity.
much for me. It's too much for me.
That's all the news is.
Yeah, so I just like, I'll read a little bit to obviously be aware of what's going on, but as far as like really being heavy into the details, like I don't want to know how many body counts.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
It's depressing.
Yeah, how many buildings have been blown up. Like, it's very unfortunate.
The videos have been crazy. So a couple of the homies said they seen some crazy videos. I was like, I want to see because I want to, but I was like, I don't even want to see because you kind of don't want to just intake all that information, all that energy. But it is a wild time. I do feel similar. Like, I don't want to have that weight on my conscience all the time, but you want to be aware, like just as being an adult, being aware of what's going on in the world and how it may affect us. Right now, I hear the main like direct cause it probably will affect us is like gas prices, like just because of all of that shit, like in the Bay Area, it's already at $5. It's about to go up to $6 talking because of this wars, which is insane. But yeah, it's wild. It's getting pretty wild. But prayers to Ukraine, everybody. Exactly. We all just want peace. Ain't no need for war. So praise to everybody affected internationally by this crazy tragedy. So, goddamn. Switching into some more lighter news, some fun news that's been trending around. More videos and pictures. Riri, I think it was just her birthday or something like that. Shout out Rihanna and ASAP. And that's why I picked the topic as well, because you being a fashionista, if you want to say, if you don't like that label, do you have a better fashion term to label you as, or just say
that's fine,
just fashion artist, kind of, just a visionary, fashion visionary? Yes. Okay, we'll take that. There we go. As a fashion visionary, Riri been popping out with all these in my opinion, beautiful outfits. Being pregnant, I don't see really any problem with her, kind of doing that. But I've been seeing both sides as far as, the socials, she doing too much. I've heard, even people like, she not even cute, like in the outfits, whoop-de-whoop. Where do you stand? Also being a woman as well. So I'm a man. I don't want to, you feel me? I'll never tell a woman to do what to do with her body. But, like, she look cool to me. Like I said, do your thing. And that's Riri. Like, I feel once, she that caliber of woman who can pull that shit off. So, but what are your thoughts?
I love it. Okay. Like, I love it. It's her being free. It's creative. It's sexy. It's stylish. And it's not too much. It's just a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. She's not doing too much, in my opinion.
I love it. Like, I really love it. And then she's a style icon. So it's like,
very true.
She can't do no wrong.
She really halted the music for just straight beauty and style right now. So okay, yeah, no, that's
she can't do no wrong in my
eyes. Do you think the outfits have been they've been popping, or do you think
definitely?
Been,
I'm last one where she had like the chain, the little diamonds with. It was
Yeah, it was it.
Yeah, it was
okay, good to know. Shout out Riri, man.
Right, I love it.
I think they're a cool little couple. I'm not the hugest follower of celebrity couples, but like you be like,
right.
Shout out to them. They kind of fell together.
Right,
yeah, shout out to you. I need some more music. Apparently from both. I'm assuming, but it is what it is.
The album.
Right. Somebody see, like that shit crazy. Socials like she better have an album up in that belly. I was like, damn, y'all, just let the lady live, cuz. That's hilarious. Something. That's hilarious. Other celebrity couples, have you been following that Kim and Ye shit? A little bit,
just a little bit.
I mean, I seen, like I said, Ye pop out with the doppelganger we was just talking about before.
Right.
We started recording. That was wild. But I mean, there are a lot of Kim lookalikes. She has been the mold for a lot of females. So that's been a crazy trend. Do you think she's right or wrong in kind of anything she's done publicly, or Kanye kind of just taking everything to the socials?
For me, everything to the socials.
That's like Kanye been doing a lot.
It's just too much. Yeah, yeah, it's just too much. Everything to the socials. I feel Kim for that one. Like, it's just too much. And just not only that, it's like, okay, you were just like a week or two ago with someone else. So
That's
it's like,
very true.
go sit down, Kanye. Like, just relax.
It's all
Just
this
take
shit is
some
like
time for yourself to
tactical.
heal.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just be. If you're gonna be a human, just be a human. Like
Right.
it seemed like I can't speak for a person because I've never been in that type of limelight or that superstardom, so I don't know how that affects a person's conscious. But it's just like I don't know. Seems like you said, it seems just like a lot all the time.
Right.
It's just
take some time for yourself,
chill
and your
out,
kids,
man. Chill
and
out.
just relax.
But yeah, let's keep it moving as far as some current events. Instead of a music artist, let's talk about some music. What's been on your playlist lately? Let's tell the people kind of what's been motivating you as far as your music. Have you been in a good mood, lighter mood? Been in the R&B mood? What you been slapping? New school, some oldies.
I've been kind of in an R&B mood. Honestly, on a daily, I listen to "Closer to My Dreams," of course.
Okay, talk about it. Okay,
like that song really has just been like really pushing me and motivating me to go on a, like, you know, a daily, like that song just has really been touching me lately.
Nice.
But I've been into, of course, that Summer Walker album.
Okay, I've heard, seen a lot of uproar about it.
Right.
Uproar about it. So that's been your jam lately. Okay.
Definitely, I love that album.
What she did with that her hair. That's some.
I feel like
what was that about?
If you're a true Summer fan, then you understand. Like, I'm a true Summer fan. Like, it's just Summer Walker being Summer Walker.
I'm not,
like,
so I was just like,
it's like, oh, that's just Summer.
She looked
Pay
like,
her no mind.
Oh my gosh, she's
being
still
herself.
rocking that. Like,
she switch it up. That's what wigs and weaves, you know, all that for.
Okay, shout out Summer Walker. I mean, apparently, like I said, she makes great music. I know some of her tunes, so but hey, like I said, I don't go out and slap her. I like I said, Ari's my baby. I like Ari Lennox. That's just my home. That's my homegirl right there. But okay, you said Summer. Who else been on your playlist? What other artists?
Her.
I got you. Her. Shout out her.
Who else I've been listening to?
I gotta get my R&B back. My new school. I slap a lot of R&B, but definitely more old school than new school. But I gotta go find some stuff.
Right.
But I usually get put on music. That's why I always ask people who come on. I don't really seek out a lot of music, so I ask, come on, what y'all been listening to? Let the people know. Let me know something. Okay.
Giveon.
Got you. Okay.
Who else? Bryson.
Right, Bryson. He has some new stuff that's pretty cool. I don't know.
His album that just dropped a couple months ago was cool.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, that album that dropped a couple months ago.
I heard about Bryson.
A few months ago. It hasn't been that recent, but it's been. Yeah, it's been within the last year. He's dropped an album. It's been really good.
Bryson, I have to go slap some Bryson then. Let's get into it. Okay. For sure. Yeah, me myself, I've been slapping new hyphy shit. I've been slapping a lot of, like I said, Remble and other crazy shit. So y'all already know my musical ear, but I think my boy Cash Kid just dropped a little EP too. So shout out Cash Kid. I like Cash Kid. TV. Let's talk about TV and movies. Well, what you been watching? Have you been in the movies lately? Have you gone to the movie theater since the pandemic? That's a good question.
I've gone to the theater since the pandemic.
What'd you go see? Do you remember?
Oh, it was that new Marvel movie.
Which one? The Eternals, probably.
No,
or
they were like in Japan.
Shang-Chi.
Yes,
yeah,
that movie was really good.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That was a good one. I haven't really been to movies that much.
I think last time I saw Spider-Man. I saw the latest Spider-Man in the movie. I haven't been following on Power. Me neither.
At all.
I haven't been following on Power. And then you said, what's Anna?
Yeah, Inventing Anna.
Inventing Anna. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got to talk about, you said she a little con artist, little shawty. Okay.
She crazy. She a piece of work.
Yeah.
She is a real piece of work.
Okay, I'm going to have to peep game. Also heard, like, we just talked about that little Twinder Swindler as well. I heard about how crazy that show is. Might have to tap in. Everybody
what is that?
Watch Abbott Elementary. Nice little sitcom. Or have you been a fan of The Office? Do you watch The Office? Okay, but this one, it's got black cast. You're going to love this one. Beautiful. I think come on Fox.
Okay.
But you can watch it on Hulu and little shit like that. Great little show. That'll wrap it up for really the current event segment. We'll do a quick shout out to the sponsors, and then we'll get into the brand, the wonderful enterprise that is the Fashion House. But first, got to shout out to the main sponsors that I always do. Show some love. Become Cosmetics. Always showing love on the podcast. Y'all see it. Ladies, you already know to come get your essential lip needs. Lip oils, lip balms, lip scrubs, lip gloss, even the liners, everything you need for your lip essential health. Natural oils, good products, all organic. None of that petroleum, crazy, tacky shit. This is the good shit that you need that's going to keep your lips popping and glossing. Be sure to go check out Become Cosmetics. Follow them on all social media platforms and check them out on the website. Be sure to also check out my other sponsor, Vintage Variations. Shout out V2, putting on for all of your good swag apparel needs. You feel me? Everything you need, especially for you ladies. Ladies, he's been coming out with a lot of stuff. Shout out A-Dub for coming out with a lot of good apparel for the women out there. Men, got the kicks on the way. You feel me? The sun finna come out, so I know y'all finna start bringing out the fresh kicks. Be sure to go check out Vintage Variation on their website. Definitely got some heat on there. And of course, got to give big shout out, big thanks. Real Productions, you feel me? Putting all this on, you feel me? If you need some point and shoot action, you feel me? Maybe a little music video, nice little edit, something like that. Holla at your boy Real Reels for putting on for What's the Wave? Always. Like I said, couldn't do it without the kid, for surely. But without further ado, the main reason we have you here is to talk about the wonderful idea that started off as an idea, a what if, and now it is a big brand, Nacari Fashion House. For one, let's go back to the origin. Let's go back to the start. How'd you come up with it? You said it started in the pandemic, November 2020. What kind of led to the events? You said you've had talents as far as other brands, other businesses, and kind of just that hustle in you. What kind of geared it towards the fashion house?
That's a good question.
I'm about to say it could have been just timing, maybe like you said, just time
just timing. And I've always not always, but like back in high school, and middle school, I went school shopping in the fashion district.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I always knew that it was there. I always had the resources. Like I have like people in my life who know things and just have access and resources to things. So it's kind of like, okay, let's utilize that. Right. Let's go ahead and see what doors and avenues that this could open right now. Because like I said, I made things and did other things in the past, but this was like a little bit different.
Got you. Okay. The name, how did you just come up with Nacari's Fashion House?
So Nacari is my middle name, so I am Kiere Nacari.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it's a brand thing. So it's not just gonna be the boutique, but kind of think of it as a Donna Karan or a Tom Ford or a Ralph Lauren.
I like it.
Kiere Nacari,
Gotcha.
Nacari Fashion House.
Yes.
So that's how that became, and it's going to be even bigger and become something more.
Got you. Okay. See, that's major. I like that. See, that would have not have suspected that just from knowing you just from the fashion house side of it, but now it's like nah, it's bigger than it's Kiere Nacari. Got you. Let me address the brand right then. We talking about one aspect of it. Let me address it like right there. Correct me then. Okay, for sure. When getting started kind of in this space, you already have been kind of exposed to it, so I'm pretty sure that helped. But what was one of those kind of challenging moments where you got into it and then you was like, oh, this shit is a little bit kind of harder than I anticipated? What do you remember? Can you recall one of those moments? Maybe it was sourcing product or just branding yourself or marketing. Do you remember any one of those kind of hiccups that you had to overcome?
Being consistent and having the consistent orders come in.
Yes.
And then meeting the flow of like people want things, but I don't have things for the people.
Got you.
So
the supply and demand of the whole.
Exactly.
Okay, got you.
So that's the biggest hiccup for me and the hardest problem.
Okay. How do you feel you've been able to balance that or kind of deal with this as of late?
Lately, been doing different events, different avenues. Trap art. Shout out to Trap art.
Yes, shout out to Trap art. Yeah, we could talk about it. Let's get into that. How's that event? You had the whole lineup. You had a beautiful cast of women come and display all the beautiful merchandise and all the beautiful fashion items that you had. So how was that? How's that whole event?
It was amazing. That was my second event with Trap art, but the first fashion show.
Got you.
However, I have been like in love with Trap art, the concept of everything for years.
Yeah, they've had some dope stuff.
Years. I was actually supposed to be a vendor years ago with hats because that's like one of the first things that I started making.
Okay, gotcha.
But didn't come through. Timing is everything. So it's like now for me to be a member the way I am and like locked in the way that I am, I love it. Nice. I really love it.
Nice. That's what's up. Yeah, Trap Art, that was a beautiful event. I was able to participate with Vintage Variation as well. Kind of did his thing. So yeah, that it seems like they are building something over at with the guy with going on with Complex and stuff like that with a good space, and they're breeding a lot of good talent and some good stuff, some good exposure over there. So that's definitely exciting. Another thing, you had a I guess a vendorship kind of partnership in the mall out here, Fairfield Solano Mall. Can you just speak on that? How did that whole process go? I know it was a lot more difficult than people may seem. Everybody think it was just, peaches and cream getting in and doing your thing. But if you want to speak on kind of the ups and downs of that whole thing.
As far as the traffic was not what I expected, if I'm going to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
The traffic was not what I expected, and the way you would think, like, oh, it's the mall, but it's like, nah, not
it's
that
the mall.
mall.
Yeah, right.
So that was a big downfall, and the biggest red flag, and the reason why I could no longer hold my business inside of that location anymore is because they wanted me there 24/7. So when the mall was open, I was open. When the mall closed, that was it. So like I was there open to close, like all day. I'm just me.
I'm about to say you're a person.
Right. I'm just me. Like running my business, trying to be human, be sane, be a mother. Yeah. That just, I couldn't do it. And if I did like want to close early, maybe like the mall close at 9, I'll close at like 6 on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming in the mall. Like I've obviously analyzed and figured out the days that are busiest and kind of, figure things out.
The high traffic times and stuff, for sure.
They were not going for it.
Wow.
And so it's kind of like, well, why did it matter? As long as you had your money at the first of the month.
Exactly.
And I'm paying my rent fee, why did it matter? But they will fine you $75 every time you were like closed.
That's
or
so crazy.
So I was like, this is not meant for me.
Right.
And I got heavy into trap art right after that.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'm so glad to hear that was a learning experience that you were able to just get out of and learn from fast, because you feel me? Yeah, that's crazy. You would think that'd be prime real estate for a new business, upcoming brand, but yeah, that's cold. Motherfuckers, see, all they want is that chicken.
Exactly.
All they want is that chicken. They don't want you to win. That's wild. But going from a challenging moment, that you had to overcome, what was one of those feel good moments, kind of like you said, maybe even linking up with trap art, that you could also speak to? What was another moment where things clicked and you was like, oh, I got this. Like, this is what I need to be doing. Was it maybe sourcing a certain material, making a certain connection with a vendor or a buyer or a supplier? What was? Can you talk about one of those moments as well?
Honestly, it was my first. It was trap art. Okay. Honestly, Amina asked me to style.
Shout out Amina,
shout out to Amina, because man, Amina is dope. Yeah. But Amina asked me to style someone for the February issue of the virtual magazine. Okay. And the theme was like a Spice Girl theme, which was really, really challenging. But I did it. I overcame. And so once that kind of came into play, I was like, okay, I could do this. And then I already had like other ideas in the back of my mind piggybacking. So it was kind of like the dots started to connect even more.
That was your chance to let them out.
Exactly.
Okay. That sounds dope as hell. Hell yeah. No, that sounds like a major play. What do you have anything coming up next with trap art specifically?
There is an event on March 25th.
Got you.
At Complex. Okay. So like every month, honest,ly there's an event. So there
was just one in February. Because like I said, we was at the one in January.
There was one last week.
Okay,
at 7 West though. It was an outdoor pop-up event.
Oh, okay. So how was that?
So it was good. It was dope.
Did they have a runway there? What?
We had
you was in there too?
Yep. We did the model showcase. Yeah, shit. I'm just waiting for content. I got to get that content together so I can post that. Yeah. But yeah, so I've done 2 shows back to back, January and February, and then another one in March. So
come on,
Amina is not playing.
Come on, keep that shit going. Keep that shit going. Pressure is being applied for sure. That's what's up. Shout out to Trap Art. I was out and about. Shout out to Podcast Breed, Vallejo Foodie Features. We was at Farmers Market, so stay tuned for that. That's another little exclusive little plug right there. But I ran into a dude who also told me about trap art. He does music. He's a comedian. Like, basically anything written. He does like word, poetry, producer, all of that stuff. But he was like, yeah, I'm tuned into trap art. Like, subscribe to something magazine and gets exclusive content and just like kind of access to other people and other creatives and kind of building that same networking. And I was like, okay, like through trap art. I was like in Oakland. He was like, yeah. I was like, oh shit. So it sounds like they got some major stuff going on.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what's up. That's so dope. But I'm super glad to hear it. And we'll wrap this up by anticipating what's next from Kiere and Nacari. Not just the fashion house. What's next from the whole umbrella brand?
What's next is I'm bringing the hats back.
Let's go. Come on. So, is that an exclusive?
Yes. This is a hat that I've
Black
made.
Girl Magic.
Yes.
Talk about it. Plug it.
So I'll be bringing back hats. I'll be bringing back custom things as far as like the tie-dye, the bleach, the leggings, because that's what really started it.
Okay.
The leggings started it back in like 12.
Ooh, back in the
maybe before that. And I was actually going to an event with Shanice, and I was like, "What am I gonna wear?"
Yeah,
I don't know what to wear, and mine went off, and I got in the bathroom, got to bleaching, doop doop doop, and boop, an outfit came up, and since then. It's been up. Yeah. So I'll be going back to the roots. I'll be going back to the roots.
Nice. That's so glad you're gonna get that creative juice back going back flowing. Okay. Other than that, what fashion house, any events? Like I said, you said Trap Art March.
Yes, Trap Art March.
Okay.
And then summer collection, spring stuff will be coming next month as well, March. So I honestly feel like, not sure when this is going to drop, but if you want to see the new merchandise, the best place to come will be Trap Art, because that's where new things will be dropping exclusively at the next Trap Art event.
Gotcha.
So that they'll have first dibs.
That's wonderful. Yeah, like I said, so just stay tuned. Where can the people follow you so they can be up to date on all these events?
You can follow me on my personal Instagram, which is Kiere Nacari, which is spelled KIERE NACARI. And then you can also follow me on my business Instagram, which is Nacari NACARI Fashion House.
Let's go.
So yeah, follow me.
We'll put that in the description. All of that, you'll see that. Be sure to go look down there. Hit that follow button, because it sounds like we got a lot of good stuff coming soon. Exciting. Sounds like 2022 is going to be a great year. We're just going to keep it going from 2020 and build up from this pandemic.
Right.
So for one, thank you again for coming. Thank you for hopping on the podcast.
Definitely.
So glad we were able to do this and show some love and promote the wonderful brand that you got going. So let's get the people what they want. But other than that, thank everybody else for watching. Once again, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, and tell somebody about it. Other than that, we'll see y'all next week. This has been another great episode of What's the Wave. Thank y'all for watching.
Bye.